Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. So I'm coming on, guys, because I'm making dinner. It is Monday and we're having meatloaf. So I'm going to make a small meatloaf for me and Bill because Frankie's not home, Frankie's away. And so it's just me and Bill. So I'm going to use this chopped meat that I bought here on sale for a number of meals. Right now, like I said, I'm making a small meatloaf and then we'll have it for other stuff. But, so I'm just going to start mixing up the meatloaf. So, what I'm going to do is, this is my mom's recipe. My mom, I got my recipe, my meatloaf recipe from my mother. She made a great meatloaf and love it. So, this is how I do my meatloaf. Salt. I might use a little bit more chopped meat. I'm not sure. Usually I make I'd make a bigger, kind of a big one because me and Bill love to have it left over for sandwiches. So I put onion, garlic, I put salt, I'm going to put some pepper. I'm going to put some Italian seasoning. I'm going to put some dried parsley. Let's put a little bit of breadcrumbs first. These are Italian style. Probably about a half a cup. Breadcrumbs. Here's parsley. Dried parsley. I'm going to put some grated cheese. I'm going to see how big it is. I'm going to put one egg. I'm going to see if it's big enough. If it's not, I'm going to add a little bit more chopped meat to it. Because like I said, I like to have extra. I like to have extra, but I don't want to have too much extra. You know, I don't want it to... I also put water in my meatloaf and meatball mixtures because water is what keeps it nice and moist. And we like a moist meatloaf. I make my meatloafs in a pan. I don't put it in a meatloaf pan. I don't like to do that. I feel like it just makes it tough by packing it all in like crazy. I don't like that. So that's what I don't do that. But, you know, everybody has their own way of cooking and their own way of making their recipes, and that's it. So I'm going to add a little bit more to this. Just a little bit. Yeah. A little bit more salt. A little bit more onion, a little bit more garlic. Definitely I'm going to put more water in here. I don't want to keep mixing it because the more you mix, the tougher your meatloaf will be. And I don't want that. I don't want it to be tough. Because tough meatloaf is not a good meatloaf. A little bit more cheese. A little bit more pepper. And I'm just going to make sure it's moist enough. I always smell my mixtures. I'm going to put a little bit more water in it because I need it to be moist. If it's not wet to the touch, it's not moist enough for me. So I'm going to get a pan for this. Perfect, guys. Like I said, I want it to be nice and moist and nice and wet. That's how I do my meatloaf. Let me get a pan. Give me a second. All right, guys, so I put a little bit of olive oil on the bottom of this pan. Now, this is what I'm going to do. Here comes the meatloaf. Okay, comes right out. Now, it is a little wet. You know, it's very moist, but that's how I like it. I put it into a hot 375 oven, and this is exactly how I do my meatloaf. It'll cook probably about 40 minutes, 35, 40 minutes, and then it's done. I'm gonna make mashed potatoes and gravy with it, and I think I'm gonna make some of my fresh, homegrown string beans, guys, that I got from my garden. I'm going to make it different tonight. I think I'm going to make it with red sauce. Because I don't have any brown gravy. Let me see something. Alright, let me wash my hands first. Alright, let's get this in there. I'm just puffing it up just a little bit so it doesn't look like a big flat pancake. Once I get it in the oven, it'll stay firm, you know. Alright, let's put it in there. Okay. Alexa, set the timer for 40 minutes.
Set the timer, 40 minutes.
Yeah, I got Frankie. I got chicken cooking in there for Frankie too, as well. What I'm going to do, guys, is I have some leftover, tomato sauce from, last night's dinner. So, what I'm going to do is add more sauce to this, and then I'm going to put some of the red sauce. I'm going to put red sauce over the meatloaf instead of brown sauce. And some red instead of making brown gravy, I'm just going to have red sauce on it, and we'll use the sauce for the mashed potatoes. So, but I can only take so much gravy out of here because the pasta's in here as well. So, I didn't separate it last night. So there's going to be maybe some residual of pasta. But I'm going to open up another can of sauce. Just trying to get as much sauce here as I possibly can out of here. Trying to siphon out the spaghetti. Just trying to use what I got, guys. Gotta use what I got. Alright, a little bit of the pasta will be mixed in. That's not a big deal. I'm just trying to get all the gravy, all the sauce out of here that I can possibly get out. Alright, let me get another can of tomato sauce. and I'll add to this. Alright guys, so this is what I'm doing. I am putting these tomatoes. Alright, what I'm doing is I'm putting these whole tomatoes in my little thing because I don't feel like getting my big blender out. I'm just not in the mood. So we're gonna use the sauce. Whoops. Throw them on here. So what I'm doing, guys, is I am putting this little pot on with some olive oil in it. I'm going to put some garlic. I'm going to do this because even though the sauce that I have that I'm putting in there has seasonings in it and garlic and stuff, I just want to, there's only a little bit, so I want it to have flavor. So I'm just going to put a little bit more, olive oil and garlic in here. So it will be delicious. Okay. Let me give this a second to get a little warm. And then we're going to put the sauce in here. My mom used to always, 90% of the time, well, no, I would say 70%, 60, 50, 60% of the time, half the time, she would make, most of the time, no, I would definitely say about 80% of the time, she would make meatloaf with the red sauce. She just loved the red sauce. All right. All right. Another. I'm gonna put the rest of the tomatoes in the little chopper and chop those up and blend those up, guys. Gonna put a little bit of water in here just to get the rest of that sauce out. And I'm also gonna do it with this bowl too. You want to get all the sauce, guys. And that's plenty, that's fine. Okay. And now we're going to season it up. And it'll just be like a quick marinara, like my other marinara that I just made the other day for the raviolis. Still have raviolis left. We had a little bit last night. And tomorrow I'll probably have the rest of them for lunch. So we're eating everything that I make and utilizing everything. So pepper, salt, onion, garlic, and a little bit of black pepper too. We're gonna put some parsley and we're gonna put Italian seasoning, and we're gonna put some grated cheese. And this will cook on low for like 20 minutes to a half hour, and it'll be good to go. Grated cheese, some Italian seasoning, and some dried parsley. And I'm probably going to go out to the garden and get some parsley and basil at the end to put into the sauce. At the end, I'll see if I want to. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I make mashed potatoes. I'm gonna get, should I just make homemade, or should I make homemade, or should I make regular? I don't know. Let me ask the husband what he wants to do. Alright, so I'm gonna put this back in the refrigerator. And like I said, the rest of the week I'll make probably meatballs. I feel like meatballs, so meatballs or burgers, meatballs and burgers. I don't know. Probably we have enough here for each meal, so that's probably what I'll do. And what I'm gonna do is put this in the fridge, and then I have my homegrown string beans, guys. Look, 3 days of string beans. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make them all. I'm probably gonna make half of them, because Billy he'll eat some, but I'll eat most of them. But love them. I'm so excited. Let's get that going. And I decided to make. I'm going to use the instant mashed potatoes because I have them in there, so I might as well utilize them. I have regular potatoes too, but I'll save those for something different. So I'll utilize the Hungry Jack that I have here for mashed potatoes, which is completely fine. We like those, and I might as well use them up now. I mean, I use them up regardless, but either way, eventually. Will you just use them now? Alright. So these are all washed already. When I bring them, after I pick them, I bring them in and I scrub them good. And then I put them in the fridge. I'll see, maybe I'll make about that much. Now, like I said, some of these are really tiny, but I picked the tiny ones because I might as well pick them. I like them, you know. Alexa, stop. All right, let me check. I have chicken cooking in the oven for Frankie because he's away and he asked me to cook a chicken for him when he comes home. So let me check that out. Let's see if that's done. The meatloaf is looking good. I'll show you the chicken here. Let me just check it, make sure that it's done. I don't have a thermometer right now. My thermometer broke and I haven't gotten a new one. I will check the thickest one. Yep, that's done. 40 minutes and that is done. So that's all good for his. I'll let that cool off and then we'll put it in the fridge. And what he'll make is, when he comes home, he'll make peppers and onions with it. And so yeah, so that's done. So the meatloaf is still cooking. The meatloaf has a good probably half hour, 40 minutes left. There's the sauce. And I'm just gonna do these string beans. Where's the knife that I usually use? Let me get the other knife. I use this one. Just gotta put them in this bowl here that I use for the tomato sauce. Cut the ends off of them. And I got some yellow and some green. I thought these were only yellow, but I guess there are some green mixed in there. I must have put the seeds together, because the other ones that I have in the other garden, where the cantaloupe is and stuff, I thought those were just green. But I think they are just green. But these, maybe they were a mix of yellow and green. Oh, I think that's what it was. The package was a mix of yellow and green. Now that I think about it, the seeds were both. So yeah. I'm just gonna eat this little bean here. Love raw vegetables mostly, guys. Love them. Just the taste and the smell is just nothing like it. I don't even care. I'll eat the end. The ends are good. They're just producing so great. I'll tell you, I go out there every day and I pick a good handful, and then the next day, like I don't see anymore when I'm picking. Like I think I'm done, and then I go out the next day. It's not even 24 hours, and I have a whole bunch. So I don't know what they do, if they grow overnight or what, or maybe I'm missing them. I don't know, but all I know is that it's very exciting. I love the fact that I'm accumulating them now, and I want to accumulate a lot so I can give Julie some. So that's why I'm going out there every day and picking whatever I get, whatever we don't use. If I don't give it to Julie or whatever, I will do this, and then I will freeze them. Hopefully we can have fresh string beans for the whole, for the whole winter. I mean, I don't know about the whole winter, but for some of the winter, if they keep producing like they do. You can break these too. You don't have to do it with a knife. But yeah, you can go like this. People do that. You see people on television shows. They're always breaking beans. Have the kids do it if you want. I don't know. Bill, you gonna have some string beans? No, you're gonna have some. You gotta have some. Alright, people. So, cut all these up. God damn it. Like I said, they're all cleaned already and washed and cut. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil them. I'm going to get a frying pan, I'm gonna like steam them a little, just for a couple of minutes, just so they get a little soft. And then I will, all right, so I'm just boiling a little bit of water in the frying pan here. I'm gonna salt it. I'm gonna let it come up to a boil, and then I'm gonna put the string beans in there and let them cook like 5-10 minutes, and then we'll put butter, and we'll put some garlic in there with them. And these I'm gonna put back in the fridge. Probably eat them with some ranch, or maybe I'll make them, you know, hot again later on in the week, or add to them and give them to Julie, because I promised her some string beans. I just want to make sure that if I give them to her, she eats them, because, you know, I don't want them to be wasted. They're fresh, homegrown string beans, so, yeah. Get the butter. Oh, I have butter in there. I'm gonna make the mashed potatoes. Last time I made them, I had to adjust them. I don't know why, they just didn't. Let's see. So I'm gonna make 2 servings. So for 2 servings, it's 2/3 cup of water, and then salt and milk, 1/3 cup of milk. The last time it didn't work out that way though. I think it needed more water. I mean, it definitely needed more water. It didn't. And I think I ended up making more servings than 2, because the 2 just didn't cut it. It wasn't enough. All right, so we'll do this. Let's add, let's see, 2 microwave times. Well, I gotta check the meatloaf now. Let's check the meatloaf, guys. Alexa, how much longer on the timer?
You have 5 minutes and 10 seconds
5
left on
minutes.
your 40-minute timer.
Oh, it's looking good. All right, well, what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna take it out, because I wanna get all that grease out of there, because I wanna pour some of the red gravy over it. So it's a little flatter than I would probably have liked, but probably because it was maybe just a little bit too moist, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. I want to get all this grease out without losing the meatloaf. Let's not lose the meatloaf, because that would be really devastating. I'd be washing it off. I got news for you. All that fat in there. Get all that fat out of there. I think I'm going to let it cook another 5 minutes. And then we'll dump the rest of the grease out, the oil, you know, and then we'll put the red sauce over it. It definitely has to cook a little bit longer. All right, let's do that. Let's put the string beans in here. Let them boil. Alright, we'll let that stay there, and we'll get the mashed potatoes going. Alright, so I'm going to do 1 1/4 cups water. And 1/4. Alright, so 1 1/4 cup water, butter, 2 tablespoons of butter, bit of salt, and then 2/3 cup milk. Let's get the milk, pepper. So 2/3 cup of milk. Okay. And we need 1 1/3 cup milk. I mean, the flakes. So we got 1 1/3. Yeah. Everything's cooking good. Alexa, stop. Woo! Jesus. I just want to see something. Alright guys, I'm doing rice now because the mashed potatoes, I don't know, looked a little questionable to me. They looked a little old and like, I don't know. Something about them, so I just threw them out. And I'm making rice, some instant rice now, so we have something to go with it. I put some butter, and I put some salt and pepper. I'm going to put it in the microwave. I'm going to put some onion powder. I'm also going to put a little bit of bouillon, just a little bit of garlic, and just a little bit of the bouillon to season it. Just a little bit. And I'm going to add a little bit more water to this, just because I added bouillon to it. And we'll put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. I really wanted mashed potatoes, but I don't want to take a chance. I'd rather not get sick, you know. Alright, 5 minutes. Now I'm going to take the meatloaf out and just put the sauce on it because it's definitely ready for the sauce. And the string beans are still cooking. Ooh. String beans got about another 5 minutes, and then we'll put the garlic and the butter in with it.
They're in a red gravy for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had the red gravy. The rest I'm going to use for putting it on top when we eat it. And
Sure, buddy. Come on. He prefers the blue ball one.
does he?
Yeah, I put them both out here and he waited for me to put the blue ball over there and drink out.
He's such a creature of habit. All right.
Maybe I should put his food in this, since you're not doing the other thing, and make this the another water ball.
I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. All right, people. So those just have to be rinsed out because they got flakes on them. Let's check these. Maybe another couple of minutes and then we'll put them in butter with some garlic. And as soon as the meatloaf, I would say about 5 minutes, guys. As soon as the mashed potatoes, as soon as the rice is done, we're gonna eat. All right, guys, I'm just gonna take all the rest of the water out of here. Most, you know, the majority of it. All right. I'm gonna put some butter in it. So I use this butter. Let me get the garlic. Did I leave the garlic? Oh, the garlic's out here already. Put some minced garlic in here. Some salt. Some pepper. Gonna put a little bit more water in here. It's a little thick. Loosen it up a little bit. Alright guys, I'm gonna take out the meatloaf. Oh, we're gonna put it over here actually. On the stove. I mean on the counter. Guys. Oh my god. They're so good. Amazing. Amazing. All right, dinner's ready. Nice and moist.
And the meatloaf always comes out great. You don't have to sell it out.
No, meatloaf can be funny sometimes.
No, you're right.
We're gonna make our dishes, guys. Be back in a sec. Oh, shoot, the rice. I forgot about the rice. Let me check out the rice. Yep, rice is perfect.
Like my wife.
So yummy. Very good. All right, we're gonna make our dishes. And then I'll be back to show you. Alright guys, so here it is. Oh my goodness, it looks so yummy. I'm excited for this. The string beans are amazing. They came out so good. Nothing like fresh, right? Nothing like fresh freaking string beans, guys. I'm telling you, right out of the garden. Love it. Alright guys, I'm gonna go say hi to Koopy. He wants to go out, of course, right when we sit down to eat dinner. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribers button. When you subscribe, it really does help my channel grow. And I so appreciate all of you. Don't forget to hit that notification button with that bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. Like and share and comment down below. And thank you so much for coming into my kitchen with me and creating, guys. Love you. See you on the next one. Bye.